All right, so blue-white control in Historic. Historic is the non-rotating format that we can currently play on Arena, for those not familiar. This archetype got a ton of new cards in Theros, the most of which are wonderful. We got Shatter the Sky as a 4-mana sweeper. We got Conquer's Death, which is probably my favorite card out of Theros. Just good, flexible, answer target problem, while also rebuying a threat from the bin later. This card's especially good when paired with Narset, Parter of the Veils, because this returns the Planeswalker with an extra loyalty counter. So when you get Narset back, you can down-tick her 3 times, which is great. We got Birth and Omen as cheap card selection. We got Dream Trawler here as a top-end bomb. And then most importantly, we got Thassa's Intervention. I think this is easily one of the best cards for these blue decks out of Theros. 3-mana counterspells have always felt necessary in these decks, but also very awkward in a lot of situations. And the fact that Thassa's Intervention is a counterspell on 3 almost all of the time, but in the mid to late game doesn't have to be a counterspell when you're looking for something to impact the board. It can find us things that impact the board. It's a really big deal. So I've been super impressed with this one overall. Let's go ahead and dive on into a historic event here and see how this feels. Played it a couple of times before. It's one of the many historic decks you can find up on my website. I snowblowed my way through 16 months of this. Hope you can snowblow something today too. Thanks for the tier 2 order. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. I think we're gonna have to take my snowblower in to get looked at. Someone on my Twitter timeline though mentioned that they have an electric corded snowblower, and honestly, I might just get this gas one fixed. It's only a year old, and then sell it and get one of those. I was pretty sure I'm gonna sell my gas lawnmower this summer that's real old, just get rid of it and get an electric mower too. I picked up an electric weed whacker last summer, and that was a huge quality of life upgrade. Not having to deal with like random canisters of gas is great. It's better for the environment. Yeah, more reliable. No, not an electric start. So like the gas snowblower I have has an electric start and it doesn't work. So like the actual blower is electric. All right, against mono red, I think I bought him Syncopate. Yeah, I was looking at some reviews on battery mowers and they look good. Supreme Verdict's not legal in Historic, Spreda. But you're right, if Supreme Verdict was legal, I'd be wrong to not play it. This is my deck list, Justin. I think playing a Nexus in this archetype is very silly. Yeah, I forget what brand I have. I have a battery-powered weed whacker that worked really well all summer. I don't remember what brand that is though. No, Pioneer's not available on the Pretty platform. Yeah, that's also the thing too. The electric equipment is more green friendly as well. In addition to having a little bit of a convenience factor tagged in.
Interesting technique.
The noise reduction is great too, correct? I don't have to like blast my music on my headphones to listen while I weed whack. Yeah, when I was looking last year, some of the mowers even have 2 battery slots just built into them. So we get to play Birth here, and grab a Plains, and then play the Plains, play Teferi, bounce Chain Whirler. And, like, the Chain Whirler gets to come back down and kill Teferi next turn, but that takes their turn. And, like, I get to play a Temple, play a Conqueror's Death, their Chain Whirler. And, this here is going to gain us 2 life next turn, in addition to making us this 0-4. So, feeling like we're in a pretty okay spot here at the moment. Would love to find a Dream Trawler. So, one of the biggest upgrades for the new home that we moved into is the trees that we have don't really generate enough stuff to really need to blow leaves. Very, very small leaves that mostly clear themselves out with the wind. Teferi is so wonderfully annoying. This card's obnoxious. Nah, I think Oath's pretty bad. I think Oath's a card that doesn't really do anything on its own. I want my cards to be individually useful. Yeah, I think we're about into garbage time here. If I can find a Dream Trawler, we'll definitely be into garbage time.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Playing a Doom Foretold deck for Magic Fix Phoenix. And thinking of being cute with Fall of the Thran since I run Leyline of the Void. I think that sounds ambitious, would be the descriptor I would use. That's fine. That just gets blocked by my 0-4. That's fine. I have a Seal Away. Come seal away. Come seal away. Come seal away with me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's all, folks.
We need to move quickly.
We need to move quickly. Moving quickly is Dream Trawler's specialty, chat. They see me trawling. They hating. Do 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 do. All right, Narset out. What are we cutting? Syncopate seems medium. I think I trim a couple of Thassa's interventions. I got a bunch of good 2s here. Maybe I trim a couple of Time Ravelers. That's probably fine. It's kind of whatever. I'm bringing in a bunch of actual removal. Yeah, this is too many of this card. If I'm bringing in an extra Trawler, and I definitely want the extra Trawler. Let's try this. Why don't Dimir and Esper play Lockmere Serpent? It lines up well against Simic since it eats Uro and Thorny, and since it doesn't interact, it makes it a 3 to 4 turn clock. It's just really expensive. There also, like, aren't really Dimir or Esper decks in the format. And, like, I think at least explicitly in Esper, Lockmere is frequently going to be worse than Dream Trawler. Just because Dream Trawler generates card advantage and is relevant against aggressive decks, where Lockmere really suffers. Trying to catch me trawling dirty. Excellent. It's annoying that WotC keeps printing the same control finishers with different paint jobs over the years. Well, can you give me an example of that? Because I actually think they've done a really good job of printing new and interesting control finishers. Like, Dream Trawler is a pretty unique take. This is even a control finisher that's kind of unique. So I guess I just disagree with what you're saying, that they're just like dressing them up in different ways. Aetherling was very unique. Yep. So some of them have been better and worse than others, but I think saying they're not unique is just kind of patently incorrect. Like, sit down and look at it. Yeah, approach the second sun. Aetherling was actually a trap card. All the good blue-white control players I knew at the time were pretty adamant that Aetherling was a crutch. Aetherling was a card you played if you couldn't play Magic in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah, I'm in for land, right? I'm gonna do this. I could play Time Raveler, but I think I'd rather just get my search down. Yeah, Torrential Gearhulk. God, they're such a good, like, just dissecting that statement and, like, going through the list of them. Like, there are so many good different control finishers. Like, they've actually done a phenomenal job of having a diverse selection of different control finishers. Am I dead yet? Feels magic, man. Feels magic, man. At 9, guess I'm dead. You timed out the bot? I don't think that's true. Yeah, the bot's a mod. It looks like it might be dead, but Turn 2 Birth, turn 3 Teferi, pick back up Birth, turn 4 Shatter. Like, sign me up. I finished Control with Hazoret. Thanks for the 16 months, Solaris. Do I have any planes left? I believe there's one, actually. Yeah, so maybe I don't want to bounce this. Oh, 2. Sick. You so smart, Past Jeff. Building good decks. Past Jeff, just the smartest and the thinnest. 5 total planes in our 2-color deck. Hey, Digital Dead. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for the brand new Prime Support. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday wherever you're at in the world. Oh, that's so good for us. I, like, spent a shock on that, then we just get to shatter them. Oh, I get to shatter them at instant speed. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Bye, friends. All right, waiting on a finisher. It's dangerous to go it alone. Take this. Thank you for the 3/4 of a year win, Magus. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yep. That card's real annoying. It's my seal away. Do I want to shatter just the war boss? I guess the answer is yes with the second shatter. Maybe I just want a decree. I actually just finished October Faction. It was weird. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it was bad, but like it was weird to good. Weird's a good descriptor. What is October Faction? The baseline story is like there's this family that the parents are monster hunters, and there's this giant mega corporation that all they do is hunt monsters in a very big brother government agency sort of way. Yeah, no spoilers. It's fine. As someone who's like watched a lot of like Supernatural and you know like Charmed and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's fine. Where's Sphinx's Rev? I mean, to be fair, Thassa's Intervention or Dream Trawler would be better than Rev here, right? They're about to just like burn us out from 14. I guess I have 2 life coming in the bank. Really need Trawler. Or Thassa's Intervention. Intervention would likely find us a Trawler. Charmed was great. The Charmed reboot's not terrible either. Alright, that doesn't gain me life, but it should find me stuff that does, so we'll keep that there. Oh yeah, Heliod's Intervention would dunk them as well here. We have so many good draws, and they're just gonna have all gas and kill us. It's gonna be sad. Mapai, thank you for the 10 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. If they don't kill us here, we get to gain 2 next turn. Just draw a creature, opponent. Please, for the love of God, draw a creature.
Keep up the pace.
There's a chance I'm just supposed to cast that. Because it eventually gets back Teferi, which draws me a card. I guess that's technically a request granted. How are they going to play the deal for? Do they have a deal 3 in their hand? The question is, do they attack here? Or do they just, like, leave them as damage on board? Intervention! Heliod's Intervention! Thassa's Intervention! For the love of God, please! Mercy! But opponents had 4 lands and 17 cards. We just like got past 3 lands in a row. So we've bottomed how many? So we bottomed 1 land. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Am I dead yet? I'm not dead yet.
Let's skip to the good part.
Yeah, I think 4 main's not unreasonable. I think the card's real good. I don't want to sack it in response, because if I draw an intervention, I want to be able to have a lot of mana to cast the intervention. And, like, I'm through half of my deck, basically, without any of our 4 interventions. So, like, or any of my Dream Trawlers. So, you know. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to have dropped one of these by now. And especially since I have 2 of them. Sea Ordain's real good in the late game like this for just like sacking to scry 2, just like. Is like, yeah, that's fine. I'm expecting them to just like kill me in response here at one of these points. I don't have time for that.
Hold that thought.
They could just be holding lands. They could be holding creatures. They could have burn spells and they just like want to like wait until they can like end step do it and then untap do it.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Heliod's intervention. Thassa's intervention. For the love of God. I mean, that's good 2 turns from now, I suppose. Oh, I just shuffled bad cards back into my deck. That's unfortunate. I should have done this a while ago. Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, I should kill the Firebrand so Torbrand doesn't kill us. That's good. Look at that good specific feedback. This is what you should do, and this is why you should do it. Small clap for Zilth as a fantastic example. This is why your play is wrong. This is what you should do and what you should be playing around, why you should be doing it. Come seal away. Come seal away, come seal away with me. Do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. This Teferi down ticked. Decrees a sorcery unless I have plus this. Okay, so this game's locked up. I think that locks it up.
Let's try this.
That was a nail biter there. We dodged bullets long enough. That doesn't matter. Yeah, now it's an instant with Teferi's uptick is correct. Alright, so I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Dig through time ain't got nothing on me, chat.
Sorry I'm late.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? No, 13.
With each turn of the clock, your reality will crumble.
The old gain 22. Very nice, very nice. From 1 to 22. Hanging on, dunk. Are we the bad guy? I don't know. Probably. Nah, we got a bunch of Dream Trawlers in our deck. Like, my deck's not a bunch of counter spells, right? It's not like I've got 8 absorbs in my deck. I'm gonna go with no. Everyone's the hero of their own story, chat. Yeah, the graphical bug where it, like, waits to put the last card into your hand is real strange. Counterspell can stay there. They're likely to play a big drop next turn. You have a dragon egg. Hey, thanks for the third of a year, Killa. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I guess this technically makes 2 dragons for... It technically makes 2 dragons for this, right? Do I want to play a Planeswalker this turn? Kind of feel like I do. Take Conqueror's Death here, so if they stick a threat, we can exile it. They could just fire up Mobilize District, but they want to spend their turn doing that, like my Narset drew a card, so I'm pretty okay with that, I think. Yep. Huh? Yeah, I actually have 2 of the Grimoire deck boxes. I don't know what they called them, like the Pro Tour or something. I wish I would have just called them big, medium, and small. I have their largest box, which holds I believe 800 cards. And then I also have the slightly smaller one. I guess it's about half the size. I think it holds 300 double sleeved cards. Was pretty impressed with the build quality on them. They're definitely more of a they're more of a premium product, so like if you're just looking for something like cheap storage, it's definitely not that. But as far as like fancy things go, it's a really nice fancy product. I think we just get rid of this. They're probably doing something big and scary. I guess this is better to bounce. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna get rid of the Dragon Horde here. Because then Teferi can start bouncing this. Yeah, but I mean, like, if this is scary, that means they have a big board. And, like, if they have a big board, I'm probably dead to their big board anyways, right? Would be my thought. Let's field Mobilize District and then play Teferi. And then this popped off, so if they want to replay the Nyx Lotus next turn, it costs them 6 mana.
Trust me, I have a plan.
I have 4 cards. I think I keep the land at this point. This is going to bring back Narset with 6 loyalty, which is great. And then Trawler gets to come down here and end the game pretty quickly. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Hold that thought. Here goes nothing.
I mean, it could also just be like, they know the game is over and it doesn't matter, and they're just like casting their spells. Can counter unless they pay 4, but that's not particularly useful. Yeah, they could have a red daily quest. It's very true. Magnificent! And by magnificent, we mean it gets eaten by 3 mana Teferi. Ban the second search for Azcanta here. Hey, that's neat, Suna. Yeah, when, they have, like, a random list of Twitch partners that they backfill the front page with when they have open spots. I believe I'm on that list. I'm a partner in good standing. Sure. I'm probably supposed to take the time to kill this, huh? This is one of those games where it's over, but we're still going to keep taking game actions here. Yeah, technically missed a point of life there. Danger, danger, Will Dragonson, danger, danger. Although worth noting that we probably could have attacked through that. Thing was real big. Conqueror's Death seems great here. This seems good against the red deck. Steal Away doesn't seem particularly good. Birth of Meletis doesn't look like they really have cheap creatures where the O4 is relevant, so I think we mostly trim those. Clipsy, thank you for the 22 months. Welcome back. Seem to have a lot of big fat things, so Disdainful Stroke's probably good for their more expensive cards. Extra Trawler is a maybe. Heliod's Intervention. They probably don't quite have enough artifacts for this, huh? I don't think I want all of these Shatters, but probably leaving in a couple is fine, just in case they get some things down under our counter spells. This seems reasonable. Sure, needs an extra blue, but these cards are fine. They're playing like big red dragons. They've got Dragon Horde in here. I don't know if they have like Banefire or something to top end with their Nyx thing. Well, I mean, another time Raveler lets us tempo them next turn if we miss a blue source for this. It depends on what the mana base looks like, MB.
No sword can pierce my scales. Look to the skies.
Thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh, Var. Gremlin, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate the third of a year. I think I'm just supposed to do this in Bounce to Silly Egg. Do you want to like use my mana this turn?
Might be a bad idea.
Okay. Bouncing this does let them play this plus this turn to get a counter on the Dragon Egg, but that's really not too big of a deal.
Let's try this.
Goodbye, friend. Elspeth conquers dragons. This ult's at 7. So, that's a big in.
Here we go.
I guess we just shatter, huh? They get a card, but keep the dragon away. Shatter a day keeps the dragon away. Oh, yeah, I can technically shatter on their turn, huh? When their non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 flying dragon token.
I know what I'm doing. I know my responsibility.
Keep the big one. Bounce your thing. Conquers Death the Sarkin. Conqueror's Death is so good. Conqueror's Death, like, the big thing that that blue-white control was lacking compared to the black-based blue control decks was, like, a way to just, like, actually kill planeswalkers and creatures dead. And just having a clean way to do that now is just so powerful.
Here goes nothing.
I don't think I can leave this in play, right? I think I just have to, like, play this.
I am not going to sit this one out. Don't worry.
Send it back. Then we can stroke it on the way back down. Giant expensive dragons, not so good against unsummon draw card. Yeah, we get to field their mobilize district. Whenever you activate, ability of a Sarkin Planeswalker, it deals 1 damage to any target. That artwork is adorable. This is someone's villain origin story. You're probably not wrong. I almost, as someone who, like, knows how annoying this card is, I almost feel bad. Almost.
I have a plan.
They see me trawling, they hating. Do 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 do. Goodbye, friend. Oh no! Oh, just that, sure. Alright, 6th time bouncing their dragon is the charm, right?
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Are we having fun yet? I know I am.
Trust me. Let's skip to the good part.
I mean, to be fair, Rexbox, it's pretty hard to find your way into this event that we're currently playing in by mistake. Like, you have to toggle a switch. You have to like, this event is hidden behind a switch. Like, I feel like it's hard for new players to end up in these best of 3 constructed events. Like, they have to be looking around to get here. Earlier, someone asked if we were the bad guy, and I said I was unsure. I have an answer to you. We are definitely the bad guy. The answer to that question is certainly yes. We are Definitely the bad guy.
Focus and keep an open mind.
Poor little whelp. Never saw it coming. We've cast way too many 3-mana Teferis this game to not be a bad guy. Just mono tempos. Can we kill them this turn?
Meditate and prepare.
They're dead, right? Doo-doo-doo. Dream Trawlers 1, Dragon 0. Moving on up the event, collecting all of the gold. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, chat, listen. At least Trawler had the decency to end that last game we were playing, but our opponent didn't have to wait for us to emblem our Teferi and then tuck himself over and over and over again. At least we had the decency to put a card in our deck that won the game, okay? You just killed someone with pure Dade, no wonder it's banned in Modern. See, you get it. That's a scary start against our double counterspell hand. Gonna need to get fortunate and find our way into a Shatter the Sky relatively quickly. Yep. Well, I mean, the good news is that's gonna help us draw Shatter the Sky sooner, right? Glass half full. I think we just like, hey, look at distraction, right? This gives us 4 extra shots at Shatter.
Before action.
Oh, yeah! And she stops them from drawing a card. Forgot about that part. It's incredibly satisfying, though. Wob, 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 wob. Wob, 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 wob. Wob, wob, wob. I live for the glowing red no, chat. The glowing red no breathes life into me. Thanks for the card, opponent. I appreciate you. Who asked if we were the bad guy? Is it obvious now? I hope it's obvious now, yeah. Do this before we play the land in case we find a temple. I want to Teferi this turn. Instead, this stream was pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience. I want to Teferi this turn as opposed to Narsetting because they bodyguarded this. So, like, if I draw the sweeper, I want to have a better chance. So I think if they redeploy Stormfist Crusader, I go land Narset Omen of the Sea here. However, if they do that, I think I'm going to Teferi plus Omen of the Sea.
Sorry I'm late. No time for a break.
Now, something worth noting is there are only 3 copies of Shatter in my main deck. I am not on the full 4. So if we miss, you know, is what it is. Maybe I'm supposed to play Narset plus Sea Ordain there just because she digs through more cards. This only sees 1 more, this sees 4 more. So we've got, what, 4 more looks at a sweeper here. We get 3 with this, plus a draw step. I assume they're going to kill Teferi here, so he's probably not going to get another look. Yeah, I think I definitely should have played Narset last turn. Are they going to try and cleave us? That works out really well, because now I get to keep Teferi and get another draw with him. Still probably should have played this. That's pretty good. Gulp. Whew. Swish. Swish.
I'm not ready for this quite yet.
Never forget, Magic is a skill game. Better player always wins, etc., etc. Bye, friends. Stabilizing at 13, good healthy life total.
There are so many. I have just the trick for this.
I think I take this. I guess Birth gives me a blocker. It's pretty good. How close to that am I? This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to 4 here. Assuming they don't want to kill my Narset. They might want to kill my Narset. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Cascade Monster's Insight.
I can no longer stand not so fast.
Alright, so this is dead. But we're still at 8. maybe I'm supposed to just castle here.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Yeah, I guess if I plus Tef, I can castle.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
And then castle can chump block. I don't know if we're fully in garbage time yet. I feel like we're a second Shatter away from garbage time, or like a Dream Trawler maybe. What are the odds they don't have a basic swamp? Non-zero. Yeah, they could maybe not have a swamp. Yeah, Ember Cleave. I guess Ember Cleave's not a concern while we have Veto. So we're going to 4 here. We know their top card is Knight of the Ebon Legion.
We need to move quickly.
So if I intervention for X is 4, I can still cast Shatter. I could also just, I think I just time Raveler here, bounce the Knight, and then I'll chump this. Is my plan.
Show remorse. I'll show restraint. Don't worry. I got you.
Conquers death. It doesn't really do anything. I think we'll just pass here. So if I activate Castle, I have 4 mana left over, so I could draw 2 with Intervention. I could also just scry with Sea Ordain. Yeah, I think I'm just scrying 2 here. Yeah, I think not playing Field is a miss. I think there's enough utility lands in this format that I like Field of Ruin. Do they commit more to the board? Looks like it. They really shouldn't commit this one, I don't think. Deal. Should have just believed, chat. Should have just believed. I believe. Let's find out if they have a swamp for next game. Yep, get to instant speed sweep them here. Having the knowledge of if they have a swamp could be useful for the next game. Yeah, with Veto and Intervention, we should just solidly be in garbage time now. It's pretty unfortunate that we're like through half our deck and haven't found a Dream Trawler. I swear, opponent, I'm a decent human being who plays win conditions. I swears it. Oh, they're playing around Settle. That's funny. It's this one. I mean, playing around Settle's super correct there. It's a good play.
Hurry! I'll protect you.
Go. Finally, a way to end the game.
I don't do this lightly. I've got it.
All right. Well, if they're not going to concede, I'm going to take all their permanents away. Seems only fair.
This is hardly my worst defeat. I can no longer stand by. Here we go. This is hardly my worst defeat. I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Aiming for the flawless victory. Don't draw cards, bottom.
I really should have seen that coming. Now what?
I'm gonna flex. Because this draws a card, which lets me exile their last thing. Oh, magic's great. Are we having fun yet? I'm having fun. Was it good for you? It was good for me. We had a family, not anymore. I think that's about right. Syncopate's kind of bad, I guess. This kills Cleave and also randomly gains a slight, so it's probably fine. Let's do this. I come back to this, and you told me we weren't the bad guy. I said I was uncertain, and my uncertainty has left. We are certainly the bad guy in this constructed event. I'm not sure who the good folks are in Historic, but they are someone who is certainly not us. That's the first time I've had it randomly not show me two of the cards. Wow, no plays this huge for us. Easy mode. That's great, Rufio. Oh, they have that. Sure. Yeah, castles. Castles are the big things. This card, the Soul Sisters deck in this format plays 4 castles plus 4 Legion's End. And like, the steady flow of 1/1s gives you a bad time. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell per turn. Sure. Sure. How does Shatter the Sky bug? It's always worked from my experience with it. As expected. So, like, it doesn't feel great that they draw a card there, but that's technically a 1-for-1, right? Oh, I'm super glad we bordered in Heliod's Intervention. Oh, the opening hand animation bug. Yeah, that's a good observation. Yeah, I think you're right that it's always been that card in the opening hand animation that bugs. When it like takes a second to pop up. They named Hero of Dominaria with Spyglass, the Teferi that we had in our hand. And they know about this shatter, which means they're going to be a little bit patient with their pacing most likely. Weird. I wonder if there is something specific about that card that makes it delay. That's pretty good. All right, I think with that play, I'm going to go ahead and Teferi bounce the Knight of the Ebon Legion. And then I'll just pass here and we'll scry with this at end of turn.
I have a plan.
I think they fixed the Sphinx bug. I feel like there hasn't been a ton of fires being played either, so I don't remember. Oh, yeah, if they hadn't just played Tournament Ground, we could have fielded them off of black. Rewarded for not doing that, but yeah, I think you're right that I should have fielded them because we saw they didn't have a swamp last game. Goodbye the Green, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Maybe I'm supposed to keep Birth there. I'm gonna pass. So I was gonna shatter, but I think with the intervention drawn, I'd rather just intervention for 5 here. Yeah, for people wondering why I haven't pulled the trigger on Big Tef, there's a Spyglass on it. I don't really think that's that surprising, Shady Puree. I think it's just a good example of the fact that, like, a deck being too powerful in a standard format doesn't mean it's also going to be too powerful in larger formats. Like, there's a reason why Energy never broke into Modern, for example. They fixed the Dream Trawler bug every time I resolve one, my opponent concedes. That's a feature. That one definitely gets filed under feature. I think I resolve this and just draw 2 out of 5. Maybe this is using my health total as too much of a resource. I don't know, I'm like relatively high health total. Yeah, if we find Heliod's Intervention, it's just absurd. Rough. Ooh, that's a good one. Bye, friends. So this isn't on anything right now because I had bounced this after they put it on it. Oh, I can't play another one. Tilt, right? The silence is deafening, chat. If they have a string of haste creatures here, we could be in trouble. They have a bunch of Javiers to run us down with Embercleave. I can still field them. Yeah. Honestly, though, I've put so many non-Heliod's interventions cards on the bottom. I kind of want to just not field, because like the black source isn't really important right now. I think I'm gonna do this. It might be right to just shatter here. Oh, I guess this shuffles me. Yeah, whatever. Just gonna plan to take 6 here. Yeah, this is, silence is explicitly non-creature spells. They could have Rimrock. We didn't see Rimrock last game. I don't think I'd play around Rimrock here. If I wanted to play around Rimrock, I would cast a Sweeper last turn, but I think I want to try and get Trawler down and actually win the game. I mean, in your defense, this card doesn't see much play, right? Wait, Deal Areno. That had to have been a misclick, right? I wasn't going to block there. Goodbye, friends. To me, to me. Yeah, if they attacked, we'd be at 7 right now. We'd be down 8 points of life. Definitely would on a block. Yeah, I think they were just too conservative. They didn't, like, if they attacked and I blocked, then we would have traded there. But, like, I don't think that trade's good for me, so I don't take it. I mean, to be fair, creature-based decks that die to Shatter the Sky are kind of our bread and butter for decks like this, right? I'm using Shatter here, even though I could Baffling End, because I want to replay Dream Trawler, and I don't want to be shattering after I Dream Trawler in an ideal world. So, like, if they play another threat, I can Baffling End their follow-up threat and keep my Dream Trawler around. For the love of God, Heliod's Intervention. There are 2 of them in my deck right now. I would love to 4-for-1 them with that card. It's a good draw too, though. And it can still find Heliod's Intervention.
Let's slow this down.
Rats. Nope, can't play another one of those. I mean, I did shuffle still. Like, we're through 27 cards here, 28 with that one on the bottom. It doesn't matter. Just trolling on out. Yeah, I agree with that, Stevie Sushi. My opponent's Deafening Silence was definitely rendered a bit worse than otherwise could have been because I had Castle to still let me use my mana. Why do we play it if we never draw? To be fair, we gained 22 with Heliod's Intervention against Mono Red, and it was great. All right, let's play one more blue-white control. Then we'll take a quick ad break and get things flipped over to do some standard to wrap things up. Remember, Thursday is going to be a shorter stream day for me. So I'm planning to be live for another 2.5 hours or so. But I'm going to be wrapping up about 2:30 or so Central Time. So I can get Jacob off the bus. Have we lost yet? No, we are 3-0 in this event. Beating Mono Red, Knights, and a Big Red Brew. Yeah, his hand's great. Hand needs to draw some lands, but it's got Search for Azcanta, and Birth is a 3rd land guaranteed. Perfect. Neat. Maybe another big red build. I'm gonna lead on Search since I drew some lands here. Get this going. Yeah, I think my approximate schedule is gonna be long streams on Mondays and Wednesdays, then shorter streams on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So they have the after school sitter scheduled for Mondays and Wednesdays. Hey, what's going on, Bob? Good morning. Although tomorrow is gonna be a little bit later stream because I have to start later. Appointment tomorrow morning. I think I keep that because I have 5 lands guaranteed with the Birth. I'm going to pass holding up Veto here because they could be like a Fires of Invention deck, and I'd like to veto a Fires here if they have one. I've been that. Play Birth, grab the planes, play the planes. I like blue-white, Justin. I think it's fine. I think these builds of blue-white that have a Dream Trawler to actually end the game are great. Do not mind playing them at all. It's when control decks have the win condition of them dying of old age that things get tedious. Or like it takes you an hour to win a match that you're winning. Like these games have been longer, but like we won 3 matches in, you know, an hour 15, which is not bad. It's an okay rate. Try to block out like hour 15 to hour 45 for each deck. Yeah, called it. Although, maybe I'm supposed to let that one resolve and just Conqueror's Death it there. Do I want Baby Tef? Yeah, probably. Probably. This gets to block Mobilize District cleanly here, which is great.
No time for a break.
Sweet. Field of Rune's great. It means we have to kill this treasure code before it draws more than 1 card. Stifle their card advantage a little bit that way. Yep. Sagas feed Azcanta. Definitely true. Although this one pulls something back up out of your graveyard, so it's kind of a wash. It, like, replaces the thing it takes. Sure. What do you got that's big and scary? How was the Just Sky Pioneer deck? The Pioneer deck this morning was a complete and total dumpster fire.
That didn't pan out.
Big, clunky mid-range decks like that don't really seem to be competitive in Pioneer. Format. As the formats become optimized, it's become pretty brutal and pretty efficient, which is about to be expected. Alright, so I get to Conqueror's Death, exile the Fires, and then I can Field of Rune, Teferi plus, and then Teferi's going to untap 2 of my lands, and I can field the treasure before they draw. I guess the downside on that is it allows them to use Castle to pressure this through this, but I think I'm okay with that. I just want to cut them off of their card advantage at this point. Woo! That one did not just go once. Warblazer, thanks for the 60 months. Welcome back. I'm at like the tail end of a cold. That was just some sneezels. The Jeskai deck this morning, unfortunately, wasn't one of the very interesting kinds of dumpster fire. It was mostly just like us getting thought seized and dying with 5-drops in our hand. Not allergic to anything I'm aware of. Sometimes your nose just gets a tickle. So if they pop a treasure, they can kill my Teferi here, which is a little unfortunate. But I guess I have Conqueror's Death, so it's like not... Feels magic, man. Feels magic arena, man. Listen, chat, we've all been there, okay? We've all been there. I guess they just assumed it was going to use one of their treasures. God, this card is so good. It's kind of unreal. I was not expecting Biden to do that poorly either, and I'm so happy that he did. If we're gonna get stuck with some kind of medium moderate centrist, I would prefer a younger medium moderate centrist. Ideally, the country's gonna feel the burn. We have 5 cards in there. Yeah, I think I want this. So I assume we're going to see them throw tokens at my big Teferi here in response to this trigger. No, you're letting me have it? Deal.
Keep up the pace.
Yeah, Buttigieg is what, like 36, 37? Cheating only gets you so far, Bob.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
The Republicans putting party over country and telling Trump what he did was okay just means it's more important that everybody who is of voting age gets out to vote. Thought we had a vote command. Do we name it something else? Yeah, we've played it. This will be the 3rd time we've played it today, Angry Penguin. I think I just let that happen and draw 2 here. And Kid Cuzzy, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. Yeah, that's fine, right? That still gets to transform regardless.
No time.
Birth eventually blocks Mobilize District. Seal away, hip checks. Hip checks Goblin Chain Whirler. Should have scryed after I shuffled here, obviously. That's a mistake. Small missequencing on my part here. Hey, awesome. Welcome to Hooglandia. If you enjoy the community, you should make sure to pop in the Discord server too, once it has a chance to sync up. Sometimes with the new sub, it takes like an hour or two to sync up because it syncs automatically every once in a while. We played an aggressive version yesterday, Angry Penguin, and we played a more mid-range build a couple weeks ago. I think I take Birth here. Or Shatter, sorry. The flip quote is related to Delver of Secrets. We used to play a lot of that card here. Hey, thanks for updating that, Terran. I appreciate it. So, District plus Castle can cut through my 0-4. I'm just gonna go ahead and seal this away, I think. Hey, look, it's our card that wins the game. Come win the game. Come win the game. Come win the game with me. Whoa! The person earlier was right. This is bugged. You put it on the stack and they blow up. That's so weird. That's really strange. Alright, so Extra Conqueror's Death sounds good. They had a bunch of different artifacts enchantments. They had map and fires. Birth is okay. Veto seems fine. Syncopate is slow. Maybe I don't want all the time Ravelers in this matchup. Bouncing most of their stuff isn't too great. I guess bouncing treasure map's pretty okay. Maybe I don't want this many removal spells. Let's try this. It seems fine. If they have a particularly aggressive start, we'll need some interaction, but I've got like a lot of selection. Perfect. This insulates us against running over here, getting run over here potentially if they have a particularly fast start. Mindstone seems like a sweet one in their archetype. So this was a really good addition to Historic. I like this one. Really excited to see what they do with the other Historic anthologies. Yep. Glad we have Shatter. Tippity top, the fun don't stop. Alright, so do I tapped land Sea Ordain here, or do I shock in Intervention and just 1-for-1 with the fires? I think I'm supposed to 1-for-1 the fires here. Because, like, if I wait to try and get the Mind Stone too, they're just going to be able to sack the Mind Stone to draw a card, so it doesn't really matter. Hopefully they deploy another threat that dies to Shatter. Trawler is an absurd bomb unlimited. That's like halfway to a threat that dies to Shatter, right? So I'm taking 5 here. I'm taking a 6th point from this. This plus Mobilize District could maybe give us a little bit of trouble here. It's going to be really key that we hit the 6 lands on time so we can stick the Dream Trawler. What a release-ready product. What a release-ready product. Oh, Fibble Thip. Yep, down to 7. I gotta bin that, right?
I know you need to slow down.
2 more shots on untapped land here. We're taking 3 this turn and Teferi's dying, I would assume. Is there a way to get the desktop version of Discord on mobile? Yeah, you can open Discord in your mobile browser and tell your mobile browser to request the desktop site. It'll be a little clunky to navigate, but it's technically doable. 2 shots. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. If we find a Field of Ruin here, we're technically not dead. This is technically not dead, right? We're gonna die to the dragon, though. Hey, Stephen Douglas, thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back. All right, we'll get the next one on the play here, huh? I think I'm happy with how I boarded. I don't know how I feel about these vetoes. They're probably fine. They're probably fine. I'm not dead yet. This is fine, right? Yeah, there was a Scrag and Hellkite 3 cards down that I took with the Teferi. For people that missed the dragon reference. I'm gonna keep that. We have lands 4 and 5 in our hand already. The Thassa's Intervention can draw 2. Help us find that 6th one. Nice, Jace. Yeah, the feedback on doing... I think I just pulled the trigger on this since they're stumbling. The feedback on doing a little bit historic to start each day has been good. So I think that's gonna be the new plan. So far, in terms of both deck submissions and view count, historic's been a good bit less than standard. So I don't think I'm gonna do 5 days of historic per week. I think next week I'm likely gonna do 3 days of historic. But I do plan to not do just 1 day of historic again. I think we're gonna keep it spread out. And we're done here. fry this one. Had to cancel my subs because of medical bills, but decided to keep Prime subbing here because you're the only person I watch consistently. I appreciate the Prime flip, Mana. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope everything gets worked out on your end. Let's feel the burn this year. Eventually get no one have medical debt. That would be ideal. Our big country got lots of money. Who's a 6-mana creature that don't die to fry rate? Look at that. We get 700 extra gold for our troubles. Pretty good. This is card for card, the blue-white list that's up on my website. Pretty happy with it. I think there's a number of small things you could change or tune or tweak depending on what you want to beat and when. Like, I've got a 3rd Trawler in the board, I've got a 3rd Conqueror's Death in the board, I've got the 4th Shatter the Sky in the board. You could very easily mix and match. What are your main deck numbers? What are your sideboard numbers? Have less respect for aggro in the main, have more respect for aggro in the main, more respect for control, etc. I've got kind of a split the difference right now. That's why you see a lot of 2s and 3s in the main deck with 3rd and 4th copies in the sideboard. And I think that's kind of an okay place to be. Yeah, you know, honestly, Bob, from a personal enjoyment perspective, I've enjoyed Historic more than Pioneer since Theros dropped. The number of 2-card infinite combos that exist in Pioneer that are playable right now has been a little bit off-putting. So hopefully we see some changes there on Monday. And also, getting to play on Arena is a huge upside too. This client is super slick and fast, and it's wonderful. Slick and fast, except for the memory leaks. Let me restart the client here really quick. All right, we'll be back with some standard in just a few minutes. I'm gonna hit a quick ad roll. When we get back, we're gonna be playing some Red Black Titan mid-range, followed by some Sultai Vanafear. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.